The Batman press has begun in earnest, and it was just revealed that Matt Reeves potentially wants to use Mr. Freeze. Now, in the comics, Mr. Freeze is actually an intimidating villain. He's about as far as you get from this. But what makes him so interesting is that he's actually in love. His character is a romantic. His character is a genius scientist. So I'd go the Joker route. Now hear me out. Take away the Batman at the beginning. You have a sweeping love story with Victor and Nora, and you have them as scientists falling madly in love with each other when she's struck down by a horrible disease, and it's not until the third act we even get Mr. Freeze. Give us a full-blown comic book love story. I'm talking 2 acts of full Nicholas Sparks. Up until the third act, this movie feels like an adorable modern Ryan Gosling romp. Hell, cast Ryan Gosling. He'd be an incredible Victor Freeze. You'd care about him. You'd be invested. You'd want him to feel better when he's mourning. He's funny. He's charming. He'd also play angry. Blue Valentine. So slept on. My actual dream casting pick is actually Ron Cephas Jones. I think he'd be so intense in that Freeze suit. His voice, the amount of love he's able to portray, his sense of poetry. This is my guy. Anyway, Batman is one of the best rogues galleries in all of comic books. The Joker made $1 billion. What if we build out his rogues in individual movies and then we don't bring in the Batman until effectively the sequel? A full Mr. Freeze movie and then a sequel where he's become Victor, where Nora's been frozen for years, and you care about Mr. Freeze. It's the opposite of the Arnold pun world. You're invested in the character, and then it hurts twice as much. Every punch that lands from Batman, you feel for Ryan Gosling or Ron Cephas Jones. You feel for Mr. Freeze. You want him to save his wife. Make a love story, a sweeping epic in the DC universe. Then, for the Batman sequel, give us another grounded villain we already care twice as much about.